Good morning, students. Today I am going to start the fifth lecture Functions of Human Settlement, Functions of Urban Centers. The earliest towns were centers of administration, trade, industry, defense, and religious importance. Today, several new functions such as recreational, residential, transport, mining, manufacturing, and most recently activities related to information and communication technology. Towns are performing multiple functions. Sheffield as an industrial city, Sheffield it is in UK, London as a port city. London also it is in UK. Towns can be classified into following types on the basis of their dominant functions. So, first of all, this is administrative towns. These are the state or national capitals. Administrative machinery of the state or a country operates from such a town. Some towns are district headquarters, New Delhi, Canberra, examples Moscow, Beijing, Addis Ababa, and Washington DC. Paris, London are national capitals. Now, next one is defense towns. These towns were established from the security points of view, and these towns are of three types. Fort towns. In olden days, kings they used to build forts for their safety. The town used to settle around the fort. Jodhpur example and Chhattisgarh are such towns. Garrison towns. So garrison towns is very important. Many times in the exam also it is asked. Army troops or companies reside in these towns and their soldiers are trained in these towns. Maho near Indore is a town of this type. Now, naval towns. The centers of naval activities are called naval towns. Kochi and Karwar are naval towns on the western coast of India. Now, cultural towns. These towns are generally the centers of higher learning, arts and culture, entertainment, etc. Places of pilgrimage such as Jerusalem, Makkah, Jagannath Puri and Varanasi are called cultural towns. Additional functions which the cities they perform are health and recreation, Miami and Panji. Example, industrial towns Pittsburgh and Jamshedpur. Where is Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh it is in USA and Jamshedpur in India. Mining and quarrying Broken Hill and Dhanbad, and transport Singapore and Mughal Sarai. Singapore very well you know, Mughal Sarai it is near Varanasi. Trading and commercial towns. Some trading centers develop in the form of industrial centers. Jamshedpur was earlier a village, later on grew into a famous industrial town. Agricultural market towns such as Winnipeg. Where is Winnipeg? Winnipeg is in Canada and it is the gateway which joins US and Canada through this prairies. It is found in prairies. Winnipeg is the gateway that joins USA and Canada. And Kansas City. Banking and financial centers like Frankfurt and Amsterdam, large inland centers like Manchester and St. Louis, and transport nodes such as Lahore, Baghdad, and Agra have been important trading centers. Manchester, it is inland port. In India, which is inland port? It is Kolkata, because Kolkata is not directly connected with the sea, it is connected through Hooghly River. And now classification of towns on the basis of form. Towns and cities of towns and cities of towns and cities of developed and developing countries reflect marked differences in planning and development. In developed countries and cities are well planned. In developing countries, they have evolved historically with irregular shapes. They are not in a planned way. For example, Chandigarh and Canberra are planned cities. Now we will study here the case studies of Addis Ababa and Canberra as the planned city. So Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa was established in 1878, is a planned city. The entire city has the topography of hill valley with gullies cutting through the fast flowing streams. It has influenced the road pattern and architecture of the buildings. The main roads radiate from the government headquarters, Pisa, Arat, and Emmet's Kilo roundabouts. A well planned market has grown with time between Cairo and Johannesburg. So, Cairo and Johannesburg, it is in Africa. Now, Canberra. Canberra was a well planned, the capital of Australia in 1912 by American landscape architect Walter Burley Griffin. The Molongo River divides the city into two halves. More than 3 lakh people live in Canberra. Griffin's design was influenced by the Garden City. There were 5 main centers of the landscape: city, markets, schools, open space, recreation, and conveniences, including administration. The city has expanded to accommodate several satellite towns. So, what do you mean by here satellite towns? Satellite towns means the nearby areas. For example, in India, this near New Delhi, Ghaziabad, and Gurgaon, these are the satellite towns. Means those towns, they are adjoin the capital city or the metropolitan city, and they are included in that. So these are called satellite towns. A tall foundation is built in the middle of the lake, the Canberra. Canberra is the site of magnificent Parliament House designed by Italian architects. So that's all for today. I will continue my next lecture.